Higher signs. Rhonda here with your weekly forecast. Sorry, I'm like getting it up for you. Things have been a little crazy this week, but I'm here now, and so here we go. Your first card is Unity, and this card is about making sure you're doing the right things for the right reasons. Sometimes we don't always do that, right? Like we do something expecting maybe a certain outcome, but we kind of try to fiddle with it a little bit, right? So make sure you have a good motivation. Make sure that you're following what's good for you, the highest good for you, and that's your intentions, okay? And along with that is the Princess of Summer, who is all about emotion and not always thinking things through. And so I think that that's what's being called into play for you this week, is really taking a step back, taking a breath, and going, okay, so getting my emotions out of the way. Let's think about this from maybe a different perspective, or at least tearing it apart and seeing what is my real motivation behind it. And what can I do to bring that into alignment with what is my highest good? And for your chakra card, I pulled a throat chakra card. It's called Honesty. And it says, be conscious of the words that you speak and ask yourself, do these words resonate with my highest truth? Honesty with yourself and others is a supreme form of respect. When you express yourself authentically, you come into divine flow. Ask yourself, who needs your truth and your honesty right now? Allow for the possibility that, in fact, you are the one who needs to hear words in this moment. And the crystal for that is amazonite, and the herb is blackberry. And I think that goes back to your motivation, right? The first card. What is your motivation behind your actions? And is it for the right reasons? And so this is really asking you this week to really get honest with yourself, really dig into it, really lean into that, and see what you have from there. And for intentions, you have healed shadow. It says, my shadow is no longer denied, but is rather fully acknowledged and integrated into my life, half of the whole of my beauty. I integrate my shadow and see the gifts that dwell within it, bringing them gently and intentionally into my heart and my work in the world. And the stone for that is golden healer quartz, and the essential oil is angelica. And I think this is a really good card for you going back to motivation, because sometimes our motivations are hidden within our shadow, right? Like that darker side of us that motivates us to do things that really may not be in alignment with our highest good. So that's a really good intention for you this week. If that's what you're working with, is getting honest with yourself and really digging into that, that's a really great intention for you. The other one is burning for truth, which goes right back to the whole thing, right? And it says, I live in deep transparency and honor my inner truth. I recognize my voice and trust it above the voices of other humans. As I live my truth, I become a model of authentic living and give tacit permission to others to follow their own paths towards truth. And amazonite is a stone, and tea tree essential oils. So I would be working with some amazonite this week. That's come up twice now, that stone. I would really work with the amazonite crystals this week for you, and really getting down into the nitty gritty of that truth, right? That honest truth. And so that's kind of your outlook. And so Life Loves You says it's okay to ask for help. Says, when you fear you can't do it all by yourself, maybe it's a sign you don't have to. When you stop trying to do it all by yourself, help appears. So remember that this week as you're struggling and trying to really dig into what that truth is. Don't be afraid to ask for help with that, okay? Because sometimes digging into that truth gets sticky and gets a little emotional, right? We saw that with the Princess of Summer. It gets a little emotional. And so make sure that if you need to, you're reaching out and asking for help, okay? And so anyway, there is your outlook for this week. I will see you next week. I hope you have a blessed week, and I'll see you soon.